Hi, this is Steven from Just Got Played, and today we're going to open up Nemo's War, the Ultimate Edition, which is, based on the 20,000 Leagues Under the Seas. So Nemo's War, here we go, designed by Chris Taylor, expansion content by Alan Emrich, and the artwork was by Ian O'Toole and Clark Miller. The original game came out in 2009 and was a solo-only experience in 2017. You got the second edition, which you can see is a 2 to 4 player co-op, but then this new version also has a 2-player versus variant. So you can see the second edition is included along with all these expansions and the new Journey's End expansion, which just came out this year, 2022. So you see about 90 minutes, ages 14 and up, 1 to 5 players? Okay, I don't know. From everything I've read about this game, it's really just a single-player experience is what most people get this for. But you can see a lot of the new stuff that comes in this version, the Ultimate Edition versus the second edition. We've got a new character here and some new motives, ship miniatures. All right, so let's get this open. All right, so here we have the game rules and the Voyages guide. All right, so let's take a look at the game rules first. This is really, there's a lot of stuff going on here. All right, you got an introduction, a game equipment. Let's see what this says here. Don't worry. This overview will help you understand the bits and how they work together when you fit them together. All right. So it's talking about the different cards, upgrades, dice, notoriety. Being a solo or co-op game, there's a lot of different ways to lose the game, of course. Turn sequence, event phases and tests, resolving tests, getting notoriety, placement phase, some optional rules here. Wow, this is pretty intimidating. I think a lot of this information is on the board to help with. There's combat, right? You're fighting with these ships, and a nice big example for it. I mean, this rulebook looks like it's laid out pretty well. How the game ends. We've got an appendix here, and it's nice quality too. Nice quality printing here. Wow. All right, that's a lot of stuff though. All right, so this is the Between Voyages guide. All right, so it's got the component list, so that's nice. This has got the setup instructions, in-game scoring, and epilogue for each motive, and some variant content. All right, that's cool. Yeah, so that's nice. I always like pictures with a description of everything there for the setup. Here's the new character. Some optional rules. All right. Act 1, and then it just starts talking about, hey, there's some of the variants. All right, let's go that. Semi-competitive gameplay variant, competitive gameplay variant, and all the changes you need for those, and appendix, the epilogues. All right, that's cool. Success, failure, etc. All right. A lot going on in here. All right, let's see what we've got. You know what? I want to kind of skip straight to the board here. Let's get that out on the table and have a look at it first, shall we? Assuming I can even fit it in the camera frame. Well, not entirely. All right. So if you look at the board here, you've got you've got your notoriety track up here. So that's one way to lose the game. You can see defeat. And, you've got Nemo can get defeated. The crew can get defeated. The hull of the ship can get defeated. The ocean spots can fill up with ships and you can lose that way. I'm not sure of all the different ways. Here's something that says fail over here. I'm not sure what that one is for. But there's a lot of information here on the board. For when you're doing tests, and so whether or not you're going to succeed, modifiers, and then here's all this information on the turn sequence, combat sequence, And then, you put the motive cards here. So it's a really intelligently laid out board from what I can tell. I actually haven't played the game yet. But yeah, definitely a lot going on there. All right, let's get the box back in here. Let's look at some of these components. All right, so these are some of the ships that can come out. All right, and they're all double-sided. I think they come out on, the white side, and then they can get flipped over to the, more militant side, whatever you call that. But I like the artwork here, and the component quality is nice. I mean, that's nice, thick cardboard. So that's good. So that is one of the punch boards. We've got another one here. These are, for when there's a ship in the area, but you don't know what it is yet. I forgot what the terminology is exactly for that. Hidden ship, maybe. All right. And so you can see the front and back of those. Oh, let's see. What are these? Treasure tokens, maybe? Yeah. All right. And then just all kinds of tokens. I don't know what deep sea vents and the Great Barrier Reef are, but that's pretty cool. These are cannonball tokens. Let's take a look at a cannonball token. That's pretty cool. Lots of cardboard here. You can see the backs of those. Oh, these must be specifically related to the new character. All right. Let's have a look here. Use some of the motives. I think World Order maybe is one of the new motives. Not entirely sure, but there it is. Here's a couple others. And there's piracy on the back, which I think these are the two new motives for the game. If you're interested, we've got humanist, science, and explorer, as well as anti-imperialism, war, and adventure there as well. So that's pretty cool. You got these markers, ship resource markers. So remember, there was the Nemo, the crew, and the hull track. So this is what you track those with on the board. Just to make sure that you count down to losing the game. All right. Not sure what that is for, but all right. And some more pieces here. Guess one of them already got punched out. But these are the, some of the characters. And then if you, I don't know if it's called sacrifice them or whatever, you gain notoriety. All right, a bunch more tokens here. Yeah, there we go. There's the one that fell out in transit. All right, got a bunch of baggies, which is nice because we got a lot of components here. We got a couple of different bags to hold things. So I guess ships and treasures, maybe. But I guess from the, what you see there. These are nice quality bags. Seem like they'll hold up to some abuse. All right, what else do we have here? Oh, here's the Nautilus miniature. All right, that is a pretty cool looking miniature. I don't know how well that's coming through on the camera, but I don't know. It's just the shape of it. It's pretty cool. And here's those two new ship miniatures, which I think are used in the competitive game. All right, and what do we have? These are like gemstones to tell you that a treasure is available or something like that. All right, so got a few different colors there. I don't think the colors matter, but maybe they do. I think it's just there for fun, having the different colors. All right, we've got some cubes in here, just fairly generic cubes. Silk gel. This is the action point marker. Well, that's actually pretty nice. It's etched in there. I like that marker. Yeah, okay. And the imperialist action point marker. And this must be the marker for the notoriety track. And then I don't remember what these other generic cube markers are for, but there you go. We got dice, of course, for when you're resolving things. Those are just fairly generic. That's a little disappointing, to be honest. Those just look like fairly generic D&D or X's and Allies or something dice. Just hoping for something a little more thematic there. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with them. All right, let's see if I can get these decks of cards open. And there's a lot of cards, and I don't know what all this is, but hey, let's take a look. All right, so we've got Versus and the Nautilus upgrades. That's cool. Flip these over in a second. Co-op role cards, adventures. All right, there's a lot of adventures. All right, so let's take a look at some of the Versus first. All right, so they're all labeled A, B, C, D, and 1. There you go. And let's take a look at some of the upgrades. I think the Journey's End expansion had new upgrades for the ship, but I don't know which is which. I don't know if there's an indicator on here telling you what's new or not. I'm not offhand seeing anything, but I don't know which ones what to look for really. So they've got electro-powered crew armor. Cool. All right, so there's a lot of different stuff here. Oh, skip one there. Electric horns. Wouldn't want to skip the electric horns. Nemo's manifesto. Cell batteries. Prize crew quarters. All right. Hospital machines. Nice. Humanist. Humanist, adventure, world order, piracy. So I don't know if these are only available when you're playing with those specific motives. I'm not sure what the layout of that on the cards means. All right, let's look at these ones that were labeled co-op role. Okay, so I guess when you're playing the co-op, you have a specific role of what you do on the ship. That makes sense. Give you some order to the co-op nature, and then a ton of adventure cards. These adventures. So I'm just gonna flip through some of these. All right, so they're all labeled event, and they're numbered. All right, cool. Let me skip down to, there's event 99, and then it's like A3 and 100 and 101. All right. Oh, and then there's the finale cards for at the end of your voyage, I guess. So there's a lot of those. The Kraken. Nice. And I don't know what the intermission and prologue, etc. cards are. But finale cards is a nice addition. All right, got a whole nother deck here, a bunch more adventure cards. So let's get those open. I think this is supposed to be the final version of Nemo's War, meaning there won't be any additional expansions. Of course, I've heard that said before about games like Dominion, and then they keep coming out with them. But in this case, it's probably true. So, all right. What do we got here? We've got just a bunch of adventure cards. All right, so we saw the event numbers that were higher now. We've got the 1 through, 80. So I'm not going to go through all the adventure cards, but there you go. A lot of adventure cards. All right. It looks like it. Should we check? I always feel like I have to check. Did they sneakily add something under the insert? No, they didn't. But it's a nice insert. I think everything should be stored in there nicely. So anyway, that is Nemo's War, the Ultimate Edition. Thanks, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a comment or hit the like button. It really does help us out. If you have suggestions for future videos, let us know in the comments as well, and then subscribe to see what we come up with next.